It's the first day of 2026, and from me, Top G, to everybody watching this video, I hope you achieve all of your resolutions. I hope you have a fantastic year ahead and all of your dreams come true. I know 2025 was difficult. I know there was a bunch of doom and gloom. I know it feels like things are never going to get better, but the future is unwritten. You can achieve absolutely anything if you dedicate yourself. Then I hope you find a strong network. I hope you dedicate yourself, find the motivation to always work hard, to always turn up, because you understand that your future is completely unwritten. The future is a blank slate. You can do anything you put your mind to. You could be an astronaut, you could be a DJ, you could achieve it all. For all the people who don't like me, I still wish you a fantastic 2026. To all the soy boys, to all the fat feminists, to all the ugly women, because the beautiful chicks love me, to all the ugly chicks who know they don't stand a chance, so they hate me, I still wish you a fantastic 2026. I hope all you fat pigs can eat as many cakes and cookies as your heart desires. I am a nice man, filled with positivity. To all the people who like me, to all the people who don't like me, to all the rich people, to all the brokies, I wish you a fantastic 2026 where all of your dreams come true. From me to you, from the Top G to the people at home, it's going to be the best year of our lives. Imagine the 2026 you want to live. Imagine the things you want to do. Imagine the girl you want to be with. Imagine the car you want to drive. Imagine the house you want to live in. Imagine how you want people to look at you. I guarantee all of those things require money. Your primary objective, as the world around us collapses, as society continues to degrade in nearly every single measurable metric, as crime gets worse, as taxes go up, is to make as much money as humanly possible. That should be your only New Year's resolution. I need to get rich. I need to get rich now. You will not have a 2026, which is different from the years you have just lived, unless you take new action. There are very few opportunities to escape the matrix, and it is your objective as a man who has any kind of gumption left inside of his heart to take every opportunity which is presented to him. And if you dedicate yourself for an entire year, you will have a brand new life. There's a direct correlation between how fantastic your life is and how much money you have. If you want to have a good year, you need cash. So you need to be in a place where you can earn money. What else would make your life fantastic? Well, you want to be in good shape. You want to be strong. You want to be around positive people. People who are open-minded and thinking of brand new ideas, who aren't buying into the doom and gloom of the world. You want to be in a network, a community of optimists, of positive individuals. If you could be in a place where not only you were making money online, geographically free, but you were also learning how to get as strong as physically possible and surrounded by other motivated, positive people, I would argue you're going to have a pretty good year. You know, people often talk about what they're going to do for the new year, who they're going to become. It's not just what you give to the world, it's also what the world gives back to you. It goes both ways. You need to be in the right place at the right time so the world is flooding you with positive energy. And that positive energy is ways to make money online, how to get in perfect physical condition, and being surrounded by good, motivated, dedicated, hardworking people. The next year will not be different than the years you have previously lived unless you take different action, unless you have a different team, different people around you, a different mentality, upward mobility, dedication, motivation, positivity, endless winning. 2026 is the year in which your life can change forever if you finally dedicate yourself to something. You had dreams, aspirations, you had New Year's resolutions in 2025. None of them came true because you did not take decisive action. Now is the time to take decisive action and ensure that 2026 is completely different than any other year you have ever lived. To ensure that your life changes for the better forever. Let the entire world around you crumble while you endlessly win.
View the world this way. Everybody is given the same amount of chances all of the time. And the people who are very successful are people who act on those chances. Let's imagine it's the same amount of prison riots. A prison riot affects everybody in the jail. The man who escaped only escaped because he was prepared for the riot. And the men who don't are the men who refused to prepare. You have had the same number of chances as all of the people more successful than you. And you simply didn't act on them. You could have paid more attention. You could have worked harder. You could have had unmatched perspicacity to identify every opportunity. You could have had sheer indefatigability to make sure when an opportunity was identified that it was wrung of every single piece of value. You could grab it like a wet rag and squeeze every single piece of value out of the negative or positive circumstance you found yourself in. I don't believe anybody who's struggling didn't have chances. I believe they didn't act. And the reason this is such an important mindset is because it puts all of the burden on you. It is not down to you to wait and hope for an opportunity to come that is so easy that you're going to walk down the street and find a winning lottery ticket. No, it is down to you to pay attention and act quickly. When someone shows an opportunity, when you have an idea, when we say you should do this or we believe this is going to happen, that is your time to finally act and do something. If you refuse to act, you will never escape. You have to do something. So anyone who's saying they struggled this year, I believe that you had the opportunities, you didn't act how you should. And when the burden of proof is on you, you must now then sit and say, well, what lesson can I learn? A percentage of you are going to live the best life you've ever lived. Percentage of you are going to escape and find financial freedom, and along with it, geographical freedom. But a percentage of you are going to stay stuck exactly where you are. Not because you have less chances than the people who escape, because you refuse to act on the chances which are given to you. You are sitting here right now watching a stream from billionaires who are going to give you advice, and you can either act on that advice and change your life, or you could refuse to act and message us again on the next new year and say, it was a hard year, I'm struggling. Of course you're struggling because you're refusing to work and you're refusing to act. If you were to tell me your best story from this last year, not only would I not be entertained, I would likely be offended and bored. Did you go to a club? Did you go party? Did you go on holiday? Crazy. You've wasted another year and God knows it. If I just sit and wait long enough, God will give me what I want. No, he won't, because you're on the naughty list. If you want to have a life that is worth living, it has to be a difficult life. There is no light without dark. And I think that one of the worst things a man could ever be punished with, or one of the worst possible existences as a man, is invisibility. The majority of men are invisible. I want you to understand that when a beautiful woman walks into Starbucks and you serve her coffee, you're not human to her. She doesn't care about your struggles. She doesn't care about your mental health. She doesn't care what happens to you. She has no interest in you. You're basically invisible to her because you're not high value. You work very hard. You build the roads. You're tired, but you're invisible. And I think that's one of the worst punishments a man can be bestowed with is invisibility for his entire human existence. What you want to do is to matter. You want people to respect you. You don't want to be a number. You want to be a name. And to do that, you must do excellent things. And you need to be a man and not be a coward and not be afraid and stand up and say, I'm ready for the good if it comes with the bad, because then I'm not invisible anymore. You're fighting against obscurity. You're fighting against the fact that when you have an opinion, nobody cares. If I tweet right now what my favorite flavor of Kool-Aid is, that flavor of Kool-Aid will sell out. And the problem with most men in the world today, especially some of you watching at home, is your opinion doesn't matter. If you think something, nobody cares. When you speak, nobody listens. And when you shout, no one is afraid. And you must fight against this. Now, I want to make this clear to people at home. Do not be the kind of person who says, I want an exceptional life. I want to drive on Bugattis. I want to have a Lamborghini. I want to have a bunch of beautiful women. I want to have a bunch of kids. I want to have a mansion. I want to fly on private jets. I want an exceptional life. But then be afraid of the negatives that come with exceptionality, because there's no light without dark. You have to be prepared for both sides of the coin. And the only way to avoid both sides of the coin is to stay in the middle and wait for your certain destruction. So if you want an exceptional life, that comes with good and bad. And the people who are hyper competitive, hyper effective, those are people who are good at doing both. You have to love the war. You're only going to be good at fighting if you enjoy the battle. You have to be the kind of person who smiles every time he gets shot. I want an exceptional life, exceptionally good, exceptionally bad. I refuse to be invisible. I assure you, in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s, when you still don't matter, when nobody cares about you and what you think and what you say and how you feel, you will be mad that you didn't use all of your masculine essence, all of your youthful power trying to escape. You are only going to be successful if you turn up and you work every single day. God could give you a plan and said you can have everything you've ever desired if you follow this plan. If you quit halfway through the plan, you're not going to have what you desired.
The universe will conspire to help you. The universe will literally break its own rules. And the molecules and atoms around you will all get into perfect alignment and conspire for you to pull off near impossible victory if you dedicate yourself to something. The universe will not give up on you if you do not give up on the universe. The problem is you keep saying you're going to do something. You keep promising the world and yourself and your family, and then you quit. And you think that nobody notices. But the truth is the universe notices. And like the boy who cried wolf, next time you promise you're going to get something done, the universe doesn't see why it should rearrange itself to help you win when every other time you promised you were going to get something done, you gave up a few days later. When you make a commitment to something and you promise the world, you promise the cosmos it's going to get done, there is mass conspiracy amongst the atoms to help you. And for 2026, do not make some New Year's resolutions in passing. Make a promise to the cosmos that you mean. Dedicate 100% of your being towards that promise, and you will see the entire universe rearrange to ensure that that promise comes true.
You know, the first time you do anything, you're going to suck at it. That's how life works. The first time you try something, you're going to suck, and that's where most people quit. But if you continue to try it over and over again, you will get better. That's the magic. Imagine a world where every time you picked up a new skill, the universe flipped a coin and it was 50-50 as to whether you would get better at that skill. And no matter how often you tried, you stayed terrible at said task. And you'd have to waste your time, waste years of your life trying to do something before you finally realize that the cosmic coin in the sky has betrayed you. The world doesn't work that way. There is no cosmic coin in the sky. Every time you try something repeatedly, you get better at it, guaranteed. So when you know that, how can you struggle to find the motivation or the discipline to try at something because you know for a fact you're going to get better? If you want to learn how to make money, you dedicate yourself, you keep doing what you're supposed to do, and you'll get better at making money. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Get paid, get paid, get paid. So imagine how short-sighted you must be. Imagine how weak your consciousness to understand that guaranteed results come from applied effort and still not finding the gumption to apply yourself. The universe has promised you endless riches and significance if you continue to try. And knowing that, if you still can't force yourself to try, then you deserve to lose. I teach people how to make large sums of money on the internet. The reason I teach you how to make a lot of money is because it's the only way to have a lot of money. There's no such thing as investing your way to wealth anymore. Let's imagine you buy a house for $400,000. And let's imagine you sell it a few years later for $600,000. This is a miracle in and of itself. But let's pretend you bought a house for $400,000 and you found an idiot who will buy it off you a few years later for $600,000. A miracle in and of itself. You've made $200,000. Or have you? Firstly, you have to pay capital gains tax on that money. Then you need to take away all the lawyer fees and all the time you spent maintaining that house, cutting the grass, and all the money you spent on the new kitchen. Let's not even charge for your time. Let's just charge the money that you spent maintaining this house. Let's say you're left with $100,000. But in the last 3 or 4 years, inflation's been completely out of control. That $100,000 is only worth $50,000. You've made $50,000 on a $400,000 investment in 3 years. You cannot get rich that way. $50,000 is a 2-week holiday in the Caribbean. You can no longer just save. Compounding interest cannot outpace rising taxes and insane inflation. Getting 10% on your money per year means nothing because inflation's 10% minimum. They're lying about the numbers. If you make $1 million this year and $1.1 million next year, you are in exactly the same position. The only way to have a lot of money is to make a lot of money. There is no such thing as having a good, stable job and saving and being diligent and 401k and compounding interest, and eventually you're going to have money. Not anymore. It's impossible now, and we're on path for it to become more impossible. Nothing is going to get better. Your only chance of having money is to make a lot of money. So, I ask you, what is your plan? Because a job won't make you rich, saving won't make you rich,
Getting a degree won't make you rich. AI is replacing everybody anyway. You want to keep gambling on meme coins? We saw how that all went. Gambling ain't going to make you rich. There is no other way. The only chance you have of having a lot of money is to find a way to make a lot of money in a disruptive industry, something online. Act now, move now, make money now before everyone else catches on. Because by the time everyone else catches on, there's no money in it. Just like Bitcoin, just like everything else.